To start with, it has to be something that's important to you. I think for someone that feels that, I'm just searching or I feel lost, I want my body back, but don't know how. I think it really starts with that desire to grow, like to improve to start with. And then from there, it's about taking tiny little baby steps and saying, what can I do? I have 20 minutes after the kids go to bed. I could start moving my body a little bit.
Welcome to the Radiant Mom Rising, the podcast that's all about celebrating and empowering the incredible hardworking mothers out there. I'm your host, Mary Dibble. I'm on a mission to equip you with the tools, strategies, and inspiration you need to conquer the challenges of motherhood and life, all while embracing your radiant self. Join us each week for amazing guest interviews, relatable stories, and a whole lot of fun. We're here to create a vibrant, supportive community where we can be our authentic selves, where no one feels alone, and where we uplift and cheer each other on along this incredible journey of motherhood. So, fellow Radiant Moms, get ready to rise, shine, and conquer the world. Let's grow together, laugh together, and make every week a celebration of the powerful, radiant moms we are. This is Radiant Mom Rising, and you're part of a community where your brilliance shines through. Are you ready to rise with us? Let's get started. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that resonates with so many of us: the journey of rediscovering ourselves amidst the chaos of motherhood. Our guest shares her own powerful story of overcoming the challenges of identity loss and reclaiming control over her body and mind after becoming a single mother. From the struggles to the triumphs, she offers invaluable insights and practical advice for mothers everywhere who may be facing similar struggles. Meet Amy Clare, a personal trainer for moms who want to get their body back in shape after having kids, with weight loss and lean muscle by working with strength training, metabolism, and positive mindset. Get ready to be inspired, empowered, and reminded that you're not alone on this journey of self-discovery. This episode is all about embracing your unique path and prioritizing your well-being. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into this empowering conversation.
Today I'm hanging out with Miss Amy. Thank you so much for being here with me. I appreciate you being on the show. How are you doing?
Yeah, doing great. Thank you so much, Mary, for asking me to come on here.
I'm excited for everyone to hear your story. We were talking a little bit before this, so by all means, Amy, can you just tell us a little bit about who you are, introduce yourself, what you do, and then tell us a little bit about your journey that's led you to what you do now?
Yeah, sure. So I, at this moment in time, I help other women to find their way back to who they are. Maybe they've got little kids or older kids, and they're wanting to kind of find who they are again. They're wanting to get their bodies back in shape. They're wanting to sort of find them again, who they are, reconnect with themselves. Yeah. So I kind of help them through that journey and to find their way back. And the reason why I love to do that is because I, had my own journey of having little kids and having to raise them on my own and feeling a bit lost, feeling like it was a struggle to get my body back to where it was. I was always a fit person and health conscious and that sort of thing. And I found it really hard after having babies, with all the changes and just the busyness of life and, the emotions and mentally, I guess that struggle of getting through all of that and being able to find me again and get back to that place where I feel like me and in control of having my fitness and health and being in control of my mental kind of state as well. So yeah, quite a long road and a fight to get back, but finally, have made my way back, and I absolutely love to help other women to do the same thing. Yeah, really passionate about it. to just really encourage other mums that, you can get yourself back and you can get through these struggles and find you again, be in control of the whole situation and being a support for other mums as well, because it is hard. And I think that a lot of mums do try to be a super mum. They try to do it all themselves, and they try to sort of look like they're okay on the outside, but really we all know how hard it is to be a mum and the things that can go on for each person, within their household has different struggles and different challenges and relationships, and all that sort of thing. So yeah, bringing out that awareness and being able to just help each other take those steps up and get to where we want to go. Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, this is why we do what we do, because we go through these challenges and then we find that solution. And then we're like, well, I want to save somebody from having to struggle that long that way
Yeah.
in any way that I can. So tell us a little bit about that, as far as when you got to the point where you finally learned and got yourself back. And how did you take that and realize, oh, now I can give back and do this for others?
Yeah. I guess it's going through, I don't know, like that feeling of, I don't know where I'm going, I'm trying to move forwards, but I can't really see properly. And then finally, things sort of fall into place. And for me, I found that when I took action on something, things ended up working out for me really well. And I sort of felt quite empowered, I guess, and just wanting to be there for other people who are going through the same thing and not wanting them to sort of feel like, I don't know how to go forwards. Yeah, just encouraging them to show them, look, these are the steps to get to here. You want to get your body back, with a busy life, with little kids or older kids, this is what you need to do. This is how we need to eat to heal our bodies after everything that a mum with children has been through, and to be nourished and have energy, and the types of exercise that is really going to be able to make your body strong and to kind of put it all back together and be really effective for those small pockets of time that we do have to spend on ourselves. So kind of just showing what to do and how to get there, to cut out that long road of, oh, I've tried this and I've tried that and it didn't work. And I guess just to show how to get your health back through the right nutrition, how to eat properly, how to exercise, and then just with that encouragement, I'm really passionate about like personal growth as well. It's a huge part of our journey is having that mind over matter and being able to get back to you, who you are, and just having that positive sort of mindset and moving forwards as well, having little goals of how you can grow in a positive way from week to week. So those are the things that I absolutely love. And I think that all mums need those things. Yeah.
Really do. And so many of us go through things like this all by ourselves. And it's quite sad, and it's certainly something I strive to help anyone that I can not have to feel or not have to go through. I,
Yeah.
and so for a mom out there who may be listening, who's just gonna be like, oh, it's so easy for you to say that. Maybe they don't understand exactly like how you made it happen with kids, or maybe that's just part of their limiting their limitations, is believing that like, I did not have time. Like, how do you even make the time to exercise when you have little kids at home, when you're working your job, when you're trying to do all this? Like, what would you say to someone who's feeling that way of like, even why even get started? Because I don't see how I can fit this in my day. How do you handle that?
I guess to start with, it has to be something that's important to you. I think for someone that feels that, I'm just searching or I feel lost, I want my body back, but don't know how. I think it really starts with that desire to grow, like to improve to start with. And then from there, it's about taking tiny little baby steps and saying, what can I do? I have 20 minutes after the kids go to bed. I could start moving my body a little bit. I guess it's just sort of getting yourself moving and taking those little steps forwards and creating a plan of thinking to yourself, well, what do I want? Where do I want to get to? It's all about being able to see where you want to be. So having that picture of, how do I want to feel ultimately? If I could choose where I'd like to be in 6 months' time, in terms of where would I like my body to be, how would I like to improve my body? How would I like to be feeling, emotionally? Where would I want my thinking, my mindset to be by that stage? And starting with the goal of where you want to be. And then where I help people and show them how to get from where they are now to where they want to be. So it's all about the individual and what they want. And sometimes if somebody is in a difficult patch and they might be in such a difficult lost place where they don't actually know or have thought about what they want or where they want to be, they're not able to look that far forwards, and all they may know is they feel lost. They don't know how to move forwards from there. They want to feel better. Might just take a little bit of time just to sit down and and reflect a little bit about how they would like to feel better. What would make them happy in terms of seeing some changes in their body. Yeah, and taking some time to think about what would make them happy, I guess, and creating, coming up with that goal. And that's something that I can help moms do as well, is to figure that out. Where do they want to be, in 6 months' time? What would make them happy, even 3 months? So I run programs for mums to get them from A to B in terms of their health, their bodies and their mindset. And you can make a significant amount of difference and help somebody get to quite a significant goal, I guess, within those 3 months, and really make good ground in that time. So yeah, sometimes it's a matter of just chatting to someone and finding out where exactly that they want to be, that would make them happy and feel better. So yeah, it's really just about being able to start moving forward.
Attention, hardworking moms. Are you ready to kickstart your journey to a thriving online business? Introducing Learn and Earn Profits Online Max, a groundbreaking digital resale course that's revolutionizing success. Learn how to create your own funnel and sell this exact course, pocketing a whopping 100% of the profits. Yes, you heard that right, 100% yours. Lipo Max is an enhanced platform packed with incredible modules and valuable insights designed to elevate your online business game. Don't miss this chance to join a supportive community where hard work meets exceptional opportunities. Say goodbye to the hassle of creating courses from scratch. Lipo Max does the heavy lifting for you, empowering you to learn and earn in an environment tailored for your success. Act fast and secure your spot in this game-changing program and set yourself up for a prosperous life. Join the Lipo Max community today. Click on the link in the show notes to learn more or contact me today with any questions.
How many kids do you have?
I've got 3 kids. Yeah.
Yeah,
Three kids.
yes. And so tell us a little bit about that journey of when you were there and struggling and things like that. And as far as what happened for you that led you to finally realize and wake up one day to realize I got to do something. I have to take action. What was that like? And did you find something that taught you this yourself? If you don't mind to share a little bit about that, what was that
Yeah.
like?
Yeah, for sure. I don't think there was like a particular moment where I woke up and I felt that I needed to do something. I think it was more just, the shock of feeling like, you know, I'm in this situation now. I feel overwhelmed. My marriage had broken up when my little one was not even 6 months. So I found myself in a situation where I guess I was on a path, and I knew it wasn't the right I knew it wasn't the right path for me. I started feeling like I needed to change my direction a little bit. And it definitely wasn't the easy road. It was the hard choice, that I made of needing to change my direction and find myself again after coming out of a long relationship and navigating that path through being a mum and having little kids. Yeah, feeling like I was super lost, amongst all of that, and not having someone to light the path for me. I did, tried many, many different things to try and get my way back. And I guess I probably wasted a lot of years doing things that didn't help me for in both ways. So in a physical way, trying to get my body back and not knowing if it was even possible, not knowing how to eat properly. So as you know, as a mom, having children and your body going through all those changes, it needs healing. It doesn't need, you think, oh, I want to lose this weight. So you skip meals, and you don't nourish your body properly because you're wanting a particular result. But in fact, it's the opposite, which your body responds to. So knowing how you need to eat to heal your body and nourish it, have that energy as a mum as well. And then to be able to see those changes when you are doing your exercises. So those kind of things. And also mentally as well, being a single mom and going out into the world and making new connections and friends and that sort of thing was definitely a mental and emotional journey for me as well. I guess finding myself again and knowing who I was as an individual in the world. And then all these choices that I had to make on my own now. So, what do I actually want to do? Do I want to go to work? What do I want to do for work? And just everything. It was a whole journey, and being able to navigate through, emotionally and mentally being able to look after my children on my own as well. When you yourself are struggling to know, your own to feel good in yourself, and then you're having to raise little children is is something that's really, really difficult when you're not feeling happy, when you feel lost, when you feel that, you need help yourself and you're having to look after and help other little people. So yeah, I guess
Right.
for me, it was just like a journey of little steps trying to. It was like a journey of just fighting for what I wanted, and a lot of the choices weren't easy choices. But I guess for me, I knew I wanted to move forwards. I knew I wasn't going to stop until I got to where I should be. So, I guess, mentally and emotionally, I wanted to feel strong. I wanted to feel happy. I wanted to be a good mum. I then had the role of being the mum and the dad, being the provider and all of that together. So yeah, just a long journey. And I love to be able to help those who are in the same position, but show them, look, if you do, steps 1 to 10, then you don't need to do everything else. Like you can just cut through all of that and just basically shining a light for those who are going through the same thing and just showing them that you can, get to where you want to be in those ways, mentally, emotionally, with your body, getting your body back to that place where you feel happy in your own and skin and through nutrition as well. So those are kind of the parts that I feel are really important, I guess, as mums.
Realize like what you were saying earlier about the whole how we sometimes just skip meals because we're just so ready to lose the weight. We think that's the way to do it.
Yeah,
I was somebody who actually suffered with eating disorders when I was up from the age of 14. And
yeah,
I was actually suffered with both. I was anorexic for a while and bulimic another time. And that it was such a crazy awful experience really because it's like you think you're just doing this quick fix, but you don't even realize it plays such a major role, not just on your body physically, but on you mentally, because you are lacking nutrients. You are depriving your body of the thing it needs, all because you think it's going to make you look better. It's going to make you get there sooner. And I value people who really teach and educate women about the importance of nutrition and all that for
yeah,
themselves, because I never really was somebody who knew that. I grew up with a single mom who, she was busy all the time. She never cooked. She tried to cook sometimes and she never cooks, but we would eat fast food a lot of times because she had to work late. And so it was easier that way. So I kind of grew up with that way myself. And actually it was later on in life when I met my husband, who happened to be a surprisingly an amazing nutritionist type of guy. And he's really helped to teach me a lot of these things. And I think that's so important for any moms out there, because what you're doing, and then if you introduce it to your children, think about what you're doing to their health and what you're doing to their ability to grow. And
yeah,
it's such an important awareness that we really should start taking seriously, because in today's society, especially with inflation as it is, and it's like they purposely, I feel, make all that good stuff like very expensive, so where people are going to want to just go and spend to get the cheaper way, which is the unhealthy way. And I think that this is something that we should try to kind of find a better way of approaching, that we can make happen for ourselves and for our families, because it is so important, because it doesn't
mhm,
just tie into you physically. It really does affect you mentally. And that's just
yeah,
such an important thing. So I like the fact that you bring it all in one thing together to show the physical, mental and the nutrition side of it all, because it really does all play hand in hand. But all really does come together.
yeah. You're so right. That's exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah. And how old are your kids? If the other, because you said that there was that one that was 6 months whenever you went through that. Like, how old are they now?
Yeah, so they're primary age now. So the youngest is now 6.5. And then I've got an 8-year-old and a 10-year-old. So yeah.
So yeah, I always like to hear about the kids because, like, we're moms, so it's
Yeah.
like we got all these different journeys and things like that with them. And like right now, I have a 2-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 15-year-old. So I have a little bit of a gap there, and so it's interesting to hear, like, other people's their experiences as a mom, because it's such a journey when you're a mom and then you're trying to also be you. Figure out who
Yeah.
you are outside of that role, and it's so easy
Yeah.
to get lost in the sauce, and I know for so long I did, and it's
Yeah.
so amazing to finally be on this other side where it's like, I realize, like, I need to do this, not just for me, but for my family, for my kids' sake,
Yeah.
and it's awesome to get to do this for me. It's nice to feel like I get to show up for me each and every day now and make a difference that's gonna impact their lives as well. So I think
Yeah.
I just love connecting with moms and other women who are doing the same thing, and really going out there to help give back from what you've struggled with, what you've learned. Because sometimes, some of us were stubborn and we learned the hard way.
Yeah.
But luckily, we could turn around and hopefully save you from yourself and help you not to have to suffer as much or as long as we did. So, yeah,
Yes.
and tell us a little bit about, like, for anyone listening, how can they find you?
So I have a group on Facebook, which is fairly easy to find me on there. It's the Women's Mental Health and Fitness Facebook group. So it covers all of the things that I talked about: fitness, nutrition, and women's, positive mindset growth. And so, yeah, can find me there and sign up to that. And that's probably the best and easiest way. I have my signature program, which is a 90-day program, which is tailored around to the individual. So around their goals, their fitness goals, their nutrition goals, and personal positive growth sort of goals, which I offer a lot of encouragement for that as well. There is that. And yeah, I have free consultations. If somebody wants to just find out a little bit more, or they'd like to just navigate through what their goals are, they're not too sure. They just want to have a bit of a chat about them. I definitely, yeah, offer free consultations for that, and happy to chat with people and help them sort of pinpoint what it is that they want, what they need. And within the Facebook group, there's a lot of support as well. There's plenty of help if someone's not sure and they want to just take that little step forward, then yeah, definitely come in and join the group or send me a message and we can start from there.
Absolutely. That's awesome. And any message you would like for anyone who's listening that you'd like to speak to them that could help them to want to get started today rather than later?
Yeah. So, you know, for us mums, I think that we shouldn't be doing this on our own, I think that it's really important that we are there for each other, offering that support and that encouragement, and taking away that feeling of, what maybe was, years in the past of, you have to look like you're handling it and you're doing it all properly, and, you're not struggling and looking like you've got it all together. I think that those days kind of coming to an end a bit more, like people being able to be real about where they're at and, what their struggles are, and really making it real, for each other, and not being afraid to be open and say, this is really hard. I'm really struggling, and being there for each other. I think that's, at the end of the day, that's what's really important. And being able to show each other that, what, you can do it. There is a way. There is an easier way. There is a better way. You can feel good about yourself and be a mom, and do everything that you need to do.
Honestly, I feel like if so many of us would just actually ask for the help and get and seek out the support, like
Yeah.
we'd all be so unstoppable, because I feel like the most successful people today are the ones who did it, who don't just try to go into something and just, okay, I'm going to learn the basics, I'm going to learn this on my own. No, they have a great support community that actually pushes them further than even that. You can have all the training and the tools handed to you, but if you don't have that person who's helping cheer you on, helping you to keep going on the days that it is hard, that you feel like a failure, that you feel like, okay, I'm doing it all like they tell me to do, but it's not working. Like, that's when you really need to lean on people who feel you. We understand what you're going through. We've been there ourselves. We understand it. And we want to help you to keep going, because there's so many who just get to that point and because they don't lean on somebody else, they don't seek that support, they give up. And then they go
Yeah.
back to that same old life. And it's like, no, no, we don't have to do that. Your time is coming. It's there. You just got to keep going and showing up. And I think that's what your message
Yeah.
says is so important, because we don't need to be afraid of that. We don't need to feel like that makes us weak because we're looking for help, because we all need that help. I don't care where you are in your life, and as far as your success goes, like, we always need that support and that encouragement, because you're going to have the ups and downs and the dips. It just happened.
Yeah.
It's something like, it's been a crazy part of my journey as well. And I just, like I said, it's why I'm doing what I'm doing, because
Yeah.
I don't want people to feel that way, or even if they are, at least want them to know it's okay. We all been there, and we can work through, we can get through it. And it's so much better when we're united than we are feeling like we're in competition with each other, feeling like we have to, just figure it out ourselves.
Yeah. And it's so amazing. Like, I think it's so great, that you've got this, Mary, that you are sort of speaking up, for other moms and offering that support for them as well. Yeah, absolutely amazing.
Yeah, thank you. I love what you do. And I think that if someone's looking to get a little mix of it all, that's because that is something I think is so crucial. That is the exercise. Like, I think it's almost
Yeah,
like funny how so many of us are just terrified at the idea of exercise. And yet there
yeah,
are great ways to incorporate that even in our busy lives, that you don't have to go to like a gym and work out for an hour. There are other ways of doing it that's so healthy for you, that makes such a difference, that may end up making you want to go and work out for an hour. Once you get your life more into the successful life you want it to be. But there are realistic ways to make this possible, no matter if you have young children at home or where you're at. Love to see women like you going out there and helping them find their way with that. That's absolutely awesome.
yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Then, is there any other final thoughts or anything of what we've been talking about that you'd like to share?
Just really grateful, I guess. Yeah, just really grateful that you've asked me to come on here and be a part of your podcast and what you're doing. Yeah, really, it's so good to hear, and I'm just really thankful. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much again for joining me. And I wish you all the best. And I do hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.
Here are the key takeaways from today's episode. If you're feeling like you've lost yourself in the chaos of motherhood, you're not alone. Maybe you've become a mom and suddenly everything feels out of control. That's a journey myself and our guest, Amy, knows all too well. But here's the thing. She's not just talking about her journey. She's offering a hand to help you find your way back to yourself. We both are. If you're feeling ashamed to admit you're struggling, it happens, but it doesn't have to be that way. We're all in this together. Let's talk about your well-being. It's not just about diets and exercise. It's about the whole picture of health, including nutrition, fitness, and mindset. You don't have to go through this alone. It's okay to lean on others, to ask for help when you need it. Be sure to join Amy's Facebook group, connect with others, and start your journey. Remember, it's about empowering yourself to prioritize your health and well-being. You deserve to feel like yourself again. Be sure to share this episode with anyone you feel would benefit from listening. I can't thank you all enough for tuning in with me each week. Please be sure to leave me a review or a 5-star rating on Spotify. Your feedback and support is much appreciated. Be sure to join me for my free workshop coming up in May, where I help mom entrepreneurs get the guidance and genuine support you deserve as you take action towards creating the successful business and life you desire. You can sign up for the free Mompreneur Mastery Guide and get on our wait list to stay updated on details. I'm so excited to help you get that jump start and the motivation you need to push through the obstacles and challenges and work towards the goals you set. Let us radiant moms continue to rise and live life to the fullest. Until next time, much love.